Ketchikan to begin our Southeast Alaska adventure. Beautiful day for travel.
I have to keep pinching myself that we are in Alaska. We are doing it. Yay.
We're beginning to approach Ketchikan. Airplanes, cruise ships, fishing boats, power boats, houses. Wow, feels like New York City after being out by ourselves.
Woohoo! Civilization! We just fueled up at the petrol fuel dock. Now we're headed to the Bar Harbor Marina, cruising by the cruise ships, and very busy in here. So fun to walk down these docks and see all these working fishing boats. Just amazing. Must be a tourist. Our neighbor in Ketchikan. Sitting outside the fish house in Ketchikan. Waiting for my fish tacos. Mountains. Hey.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cruise ships are heading out for the day.
Well.
Checking out a little local vibe here in Ketchikan. Very fun. Food truck, cruise ships, and that's the bar over there.
In Ketchikan, we visited the Totem Pole Museum, where we learned of the culture of the 3 indigenous nations and their significance of their canoes, which they used for fishing and transportation,
And dating.
and their totem poles for documenting significant events.
Like marriages or multi-tribe potlatches.
And it was interesting to see actually their halibut hooks and how they fish for halibut and how similar that is to today.
They had prized weaving. Skill would transfer between the tribes at times of marriage. Men created designs on painted wood. They also carved ceremonial dance paddles and masks. So this cool museum was located along the Salmon Walk and by a fish hatchery and ladder. evening here in Ketchikan, and it's a beautiful sunset.
So after 2 fun days in Ketchikan, back in civilization, we're off again. Off to Meyers Chuck today for some anchoring. Looks like the weather will be good, fog lifted. We had some fog this morning, but it looks clear now.
And I'm planning to order the sweet rolls for tomorrow morning delivery.
Yay, sweet rolls in the morning.
We're at Meyers Chuck on the dock. They have these fun houses and cabins along the shore. Population, hard to know. Winter sometimes gets down to 2 people, but summer, maybe about 20.
So we're not in Florida anymore. You can see by the tide lines, the tide goes in and out an extraordinarily large amount. You see these floats over here. You can actually park your boat over the top of them, and as the water goes out, your boat comes out of the water and you can service your boat. The tide right now will be 6 feet lower tomorrow morning.
Taking a little hike to the beach.
Is it going to be a red beach or a sandy beach?
We'll see. Made it to the beach.
The goose are wanting to go swimming.
Oh, he's already down there. There's a...
Happy.
Someone built a house out here on the bluff. And we're looking back here at the edge of the Meyers Chuck Island.
A little rough water today. Glad I'm not driving.
Woo-hoo! just pulled into Wrangell and we got into the Heritage Harbor Marina. So we're about a mile from downtown. It'll be fun to explore. Fun seeing some snow-capped mountains. Gotta love the name of this boat. Good morning. We left Wrangell at 7:14 this morning. We've got calm water. We have a bunch of logs and had a crazy riptide. One full of logs and one full of kelp. Biggest one I had ever seen. Mountains are gorgeous. Looks like we got calm waters while we're headed out for Petersburg, where we're going to stay a couple days. So we are excited about that.
So we're going down a narrow channel to Petersburg from Wrangell, and before GPS, you can see those sight lines in the distance. They were put there to, you basically line up the two sight lines, and then that will guide you down the center of the channel.
Come on, I'm just filming. I'm not going. Everett. This is what's kind of floated out into Frederick Sound. Excited to start going up the inlet.
North to Alaska.
Yeah, look at that. Driving amongst the icebergs. We're going to be approaching the final bend up to the glacier. Getting closer, picking our path. Got glaciers on the right. Passing glaciers on the left. Beautiful waterfalls. Just start to see the beginning of LeConte Glacier. Here we are at LeConte Glacier. Absolutely beautiful.
We made it to LeConte Glacier right behind us.
It's gorgeous.